All right, I got a great update here for BBRY. BBRY is a stock I've been talking about for many years. And finally, this earnings that they've had, which was on this day over here, it's a little different than prior years. Many prior. I mean, we're talking about many quarters for many years, where this stock has been stalled. Okay, and I want to talk about something interesting here. Now, don't forget the stock is kind of overbought, okay, on the daily. And so I believe there's a pivot point here. And I'm going to be talking about a support level too, okay? The nice thing is this stock has done something which is a shift. And the shift is that it could go higher, right? I still don't like this as a long, and I didn't like this as a short either, right? I don't like this stock to go long or short, right? There are people trying to who want to short this, and I mean they're not making any money. I mean this is stupid to short the stock, right? At the same time, you're in a chop zone, in my opinion. And but we have our here. I had some people ask me, what I think. So look, this is what I think here. Okay. Now, if you are a long-term investor and you want to engage in this stock, then this is what I say should happen or think should happen. That would sustain because I tell you, volume is key. There's just no, there's something about volume with the right price action that gives you the best gains. End the story, people. All right, BBRY set up to test 11 to 12 phase one. This is what I believe, right? And how we get to these levels could give you. I'm talking. This is more of long term. Could give you 13 to 15 phase two, but volume will be key with price action. I think 960 to 980 will be pivot points. This plan is more of a long-term plan. Okay, so what am I saying here? Basically, these two levels, we should get volume coming in because time frame alignment BBRY has now. But what we lack here, people, is low volume. Look at this. So this is the days. These are kind of the volume days you want to see come back into. Listen, as a long term, if you're a long term investor, you don't want this shit. This is shit. This gets you nowhere, right? And we're just a little bit better than that. And then you have an overbought situation here. So the stock price action is good. And there's a shift, but are we going to shift higher or are they going to keep it stuck between 10 and 8? And again, going nowhere because you want to see BBRY go to 11, 12, higher, right? You want to see your investment grow. So as a long term, because there's way better ways to make faster gains than BBRY. But despite the point, if someone wants to invest in this company as a long-term investor, and not be stuck. Don't forget now, BBRY back in 2013, people thought that 14 was cheap, right? It hasn't gone anywhere. We've gone up and down. There's been a lot of chop. There hasn't gone anywhere for years. It's still stuck. You're below 10, right? So anything below 10 is a good. And if this is a good investment, in my opinion, it's good to go. You could still go along this. But if this stock can't show volume anymore, then you can be stuck in a stock investment that doesn't go anywhere. Okay, because I don't go in stocks like this unless I see a lot of volume coming in, and then I can see that this can move a point or two. You can make some good money with options with that. But right now, this sucks trading options with even going long term. I mean, I find way better opportunities. Uh, but anyways, so BBRY needs to break higher here with volume. A break of 960 with 10 million on the 30-minute chart would be a good sign. 10 million in one day. Look at this. This in 30 minutes, right? This is 7.3 million yesterday. You're overbought and you're going up on 7.3 million on the day, and you think this is bullish? I mean, price wise, I tell you one thing: we're above that 840 area, which is another thing you want BBRY. You don't want BBRY breaking below 840. You go below 840, and that's horrible for the stock. That's a disaster for the stock, in my opinion. Like multiple closes below 840, not one day, but multiple closes. This stock is going to go nowhere. So the key here is these pivot points. Okay, if you don't get the volume at these key pivot points, it's the same thing. That's a problem. And BBRY has not been able to confirm any of my plans the only not with I mean, especially here, this is not confirmation. There's no volume. We've got price. There's no volume. This is anemic volume. This is ridiculous. That's not a stock that wants to go high. They want to keep its price. You know, all this tells you is that BBRY could hold in his 10 to $9 area at most. But how do we go to these levels? Well, you go to these levels with volume. You need to rebuild volume. You need to get some serious short covering happening. You need to see volume enter the stock, and it's lacking that. If this stock is going to go back to $20 a share, okay, and again, how we get to this 11 to 12 phase, you want the right volume. I assure you one thing. There's no way this stock is going to go to those levels without volume. So this is the kind of volume you want to see in half an hour, and this is done. On earnings, we did way more than that. You need this to do that kind of volume without earnings, with some positive news, with some positive price action because of what's happening with BBRY. And that would set the stock up as a good long-term investment. But until some of these things happen that I'm explaining in this video, you're going to be stuck in the chop. All right, people. If you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, Power Target Trades, I suggest you subscribe. I post a lot of option plans. For example, you should check out. I'm going to actually put my HD plan in here. But you should check out my KO plan, and it's a very safe option plan that, if it can confirm, can make 100% to 200% gains in options. These are going to be with this is very safe, by the way. And you see this video, it'll teach you. So people, this is again for the BBRY longs. You want to check out. You want to learn. You don't want to take any plans, but if there's a plan to take with options, is this KO trade again? Confirmation is key. You have to see what I'm explaining here, because I don't care about. And listen, it's all about confirmation, in my opinion, right? The success, for example, HD confirmed. It was one of those pullback plays, but you should check this one. I'm going to have it up 3 days, 100% gains in 3 days. I'm gonna show. You can see it in the video. Okay. It exactly 100% because the options cost $2. That means $200 for every 100 shares you control, and then the options went to 4 points 3 days later. Well, it's actually 2 days. I said 3 days, but it's really 2 days because what happened was it confirmed on the pullback. In other words, it gave you an easy entry, and you'll see it. And those options cost exactly 2, and you'll realize they cost 2 because if you go check the Yahoo Finance. And again, you got to look in the video. The video will explain, but this is honestly, this is the facts. This is the truth. Okay. Now, can we do something like this with KO? Sure. That's why I'm making these detailed plans. And in fact, you should check this video out, people. Right. So, again, with BBRY, as a long-term investment, we are at a shifting point. Do they shift so that the stock becomes good again, or do they keep it stuck in chop, people? And listen to this video, because I'm telling you how it is. BBRY for years has been in the doldrums, has not gone anywhere. Where people were giving false hope, I gave plans of action, and at BBRY failed all the plans of action and has not gone anywhere. So I've been correct year after year after year. And again, confirmation is key. All these things that I talk about is exactly what happens. Winning stocks act a certain way, and when they don't, we just, it's not about buying the best price. It's about getting in for the right reasons, where you'll be able to catch these gains in options, 100% gains. And not everything wins, right? But when we get the right action, you're going to have a higher probability of making money versus being stuck in garbage. So there you have it, a special, powerful update for BBRY with great information for you to see. Thanks for listening. Like the video.